Hey everybody, it's Al. You know me as Padres fan over on the Delphi forums and as Leadfoot on Board Game Geek. Today I'm presenting an unbagging video for second season football. This is sort of a take on the unboxing videos that some of you may have seen for more traditional board games that they do on Board Game Geek. Typically when a new game comes out, you'll have at least a few people doing a videotaped unwrapping / unboxing of the new game to sort of share in the excitement of the new game with viewers, as well as show off the components, etc. In this case, I thought it might be fun to do the same thing for second season, so folks can see what the updated game book, more than anything else, as well as some extra components, look like. Keith has done a bunch of work over the past year to streamline the game for us, and personally I'm excited. I've been spending most of the year playing History Maker Baseball, but I am looking forward to get back into the football game, and I know with these improvements I'll be more apt to do so. So let's dive in and we can check it out together. So as I mentioned, all of Keith's games come in these poly bags with the staple top, so it's just a matter of popping open the staples, and I'm really not worried about this, the packaging ruining it in any way, because the bag is gonna get tossed out and this becomes the packaging from now on, this box. If you're not familiar with Keith's games, it's really neat the way he does it. Instead of having a pizza box or a bag, it's this, well, it's like a shirt box that you'd use for Christmas and pack a shirt in for, or a tie for your dad, or a blouse for your wife. But it works really well for these games. You'll see here's the top with the stickers already put on the top and the bottom, and then you'll notice that there's these extra stickers here that go on. Let me just slide it out. The bottom. So when you assemble this, actually they don't go on the bottom, they go on the sides of the top. But anyway, you'll see this becomes the bottom of the box that holds all the components as well as any teams. And you just take these stickers and very carefully, sometimes with the help of another person, it works out a lot better. You just put them right on there, and then it looks great on the shelf. I do have an older copy that I can show at the end of this video to show what the final product looks like, but you get the idea. So that's it for the top and the sticker, and of course the bottom. So what's inside? All right, let's see. There's some markers. Some people, if they're going to use the field, or if they use the gameplay game mat, game board, there you go. There's the markers for it. Okay, so right away, you'll notice the game board has something new in this version that he didn't have before. He's got some expanded solitaire settings. Now this is cool because when I was working on some solitaire enhancements of my own, you'll find those charts on the freebies page. If you look hard enough, they're out there. It's a solitaire play calling system that's a little bit more in depth than this, but the point of mine was to be simple, and Keith simplified it even more. So I think people are going to like this. So he's got a die roll for the offense and for the defense, and the die for the offense has a possible audible. And you can see, depending on the tendency of the team, a pass-heavy team, neutral team, or a running team, you're going to have different audibles. That's really nicely done. You have spaces down here to keep track of the down, and obviously you can use the markers to track field position. Now myself, I use my own score sheet. I typically don't use a field like this, but the addition of the play calling on this field is great. I think that's a lot of people are really going to appreciate that. All right, we've got the manual, instructions booklet. So I'll just flip through this. I'm assuming that most of this is going to be similar to what we know. However, I'm assuming that somewhere in here there's probably going to be notes about the changes that were made in the game. Aha, see? Speed up components. So it talks about the one and done game book, which we haven't looked yet, the speed board charts, which we haven't seen yet, and the instant results deck, which we haven't seen yet. So I'll let you guys read this when you get a copy of the game, but there's what the instructions booklet looks like. Okay, and here's the game book 4.0. Well, this way you'll know which one you've got. It's pretty thick, pretty hefty. I know the small text can be a hindrance to some people, but boy, there's so much to pack in here. I don't know how you get around it. For those of you not familiar with how the game plays, you're going to be picking an offensive play, calling a defensive play, and rolling the dice and finding the result. And so here's what's new about how Keith organized this book. It used to be that you'd roll the dice, you get a result, and often you would have to move to this XR result column, or possibly a go chart, or possibly unusual plays or penalties. But you'll notice that for, in this particular instance, an inside run versus a safe defense, pretty much everything that could possibly happen is right here in front of you on these 2 pages. You no longer will need to flip back and forth within the book to get to the information you need. So there's the first great improvement that he's made with this book. You'll notice also too that there's tabs here in the upper left and down the right hand side of the book for all the plays taking place of those glue-on or stick-on tabs that he had in previous versions, and again on this side. So that will help you find the play you need to get to. And it's organized by offensive play, thankfully, and not defense. I really appreciate that. And then just thumbing through some more charts. And it'll be way too difficult for me to show all these right now, but just know that everything's there. So there's the new book. Looks great, feels great. You gotta love the binding. It's got the nice backing, really thick on the back. It feels like it'll hold up well to repeated use. So very cool. A lot of work went into that, so that's awesome. All right, so here we go. Here's some of the charts that were added to the game. Here's a board for kicks and returns, kickoffs, PATs, field goal attempts, coffin corner punts, routine punts, and returns. On the back, board B, unusual results for kicks and returns, penalties. The second board, board C, turnovers and hard hits, possible interceptions on the Y chart, and finally, board D, blocked kicks, interception returns, long interceptions, fumble returns, and the video review. These boards and charts will save a lot of time. When you can keep these in front of you, you won't have to flip to those pages in the book anymore. Again, time saving. This is great. And the final component that we haven't looked at, these are the cards. There's some score sheets. But here are the cards, and I'm sorry, I totally forgot what Keith calls them in the instructions. But I have played with a test version of these, and the idea is that using these cards, you won't have to call an offensive play and defensive play every down. You can just flip one of these fast action cards and get an instant result. Now, the system as written in the rules can't be abused. You can only use it every so often. You can't use it in consecutive downs. You can't use it on third down, for example. However, this will be great when you're in the middle of a blowout and you want to get through the game faster, or if you just want to add some speed to your game and intersperse as you play. I'm sure I'm not explaining it exactly correctly. This isn't a rules video, it's just an unboxing video. But you'll see it comes on the same kind of stock as the History Maker Baseball player cards. So this will be easy to these will be easy to separate and stack in a deck. It's on nice cover stock. So a number of, and they're all single-sided. So we have 1, 2, 3 sheets worth of these cards to make a deck. And then finally, what else do we have? We have score sheets. This is Keith's version of the score sheet. Just a blank piece of stock. And, oh, okay, this takes place of the teams that aren't in this box yet because when Keith sent this to me, he hadn't had a chance to create the Super Bowl teams yet. So pretend, ta-da, that these sheets are in there. So before I forget, so there's the score sheet that Keith includes with his game. Many of us, I think, have created our own score sheets over time, but if you want to make copies of this one, he includes it for you. And check it out. Here we go. Here are the cards for our Super Bowl matchup this year, New England and Seattle. Taking a quick look at New England, we'll see that Tom Brady's looking strong. He's got the clutch rating, so he's going to be 2-2 when the game is tight in the fourth quarter. Well, he's going to be 2-2 anyway, but when he crosses the 50-yard line, when the game is tight, within 2 scores late in the game, he won't get the negative effects there of that minus sign after the 2 for his run rating. Let's see, and then Russell Wilson down here is looking strong. And over on the defensive side, there's the Seattle defense. Where's Sherman? Yeah, is anybody surprised at his rating? And then for those of you who haven't played second season, I'm sure, I should have thought of that. There's probably some of you that haven't played second season before. The ratings in this game are ridiculously simple. You have these team sheets, which are so convenient. You don't have lots of different player cards. But the ratings, seriously, I'm not kidding. They're so simple but work like magic. You'll notice, look at the numbers for each. These are the ratings for these players. You got 2s, you got 1s, you got 0s. That's it. If a player has a 2 rating for pass, which is on the left, or run on the right, that means he's superior compared to his contemporaries for whatever year you happen to be playing at that position that season. If he has a 1, it means he's average. And if he has a 0, that means he's kind of deficient in that area. And somehow that works. You don't have to have huge ranges of ratings for any of the players in the game for this engine just to work. Check out any of the replay results that are posted online. You'll see what the results look like. So that's just a quick overview for new players of how the ratings for players work in this game. Maybe I'll do a quick playthrough of the Super Bowl for folks so they can see it in action. But yeah, right now I just wanted to get the components in front of everybody. So there you go. So sorry if I'm starting to bore folks, but I thought a little bit of explanation about the game engine and how it works and how it just works on looking up die rolls against the player qualities, how awesome that is and how much fun it is. So you've got the player sheets, team sheets, you've got the score sheets, you've got these new fast action cards that are going to speed up the game by getting plays run without having to pick an offense or a defense. You have the new boards. You have the awesome new game book. Can't wait to start playing. You have the instructions. You have the game board with the new solitaire calling charts. Very cool. You have the parts. You have the box. And then when you put it all together, this is what you get. You get a nice box, nice presentation. It looks good on your shelf, and I have a big gaming shelf and my play games are displayed proudly on it. So there you go. That is the unbagging and boxing of second season football by Play Games. This is the 2015 release of the game that includes the Gamebook 4.0. So yeah, this is the one you want, guys. If you don't own the game yet, this is your time to grab it. If you do own the game, you want to upgrade to this version. And I look forward to hearing about your replays and your game summaries online. Thanks a lot.